everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's vlog, we are now here in Descansa coffee shop here in Darwin. It's actually a partner or sister company of Coffee Collective, which we always go in Henry Resort. We want to check out this place because we know that they have good coffee. And what's good with this place is that it has a very beautiful view of the ocean.
Yeah.
And the building itself is really aesthetically beautiful. It's minimalist style, and I think it's very chic, very nice. And also their menu, they have more choices than the other one, which is really good because in the Henry they only have like breads and sandwiches and souffle, but here they have rice, silog, Filipino food. We will definitely come back here in the mornings to go snorkeling and have coffee after. And what's good here in this place is that they are open from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. from Mondays to Sundays. Yes, they don't have a closing day. They have Wi-Fi, so you're someone who can work in the coffee shop and wants to have a good internet. This is a place for you. So for today's vlog, we are going to talk about making friends in the Philippines as a foreigner. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so I am going to ask Gio how hard it is for him, or how if it is easy for him to make friends here in the Philippines as an expat. So is it easy for you or it's hard?
Well, it's easy to meet people. For me, I mean, I'm a vlogger, so I get people who message me and say, hey, you want to meet for a coffee? But it's hard to find a good friend for a few reasons. One, I think most people who have good friends, they've met them through like school or college or the military, or they worked with them, and then most of us guys who come here are like retirees, and so you don't really have any of that stuff going on anymore, and so it's harder to meet people, and that's why I always say, like, you need to have some activities while you're here or you're going to be kind of lonely.
Yeah.
Scuba diving, play golf, or go snorkeling, or do something where you could bump into other people that have the same interest. But yeah, it can be kind of hard. And the other thing I noticed is that, like, I have met like a few friends that I really liked, and they ended up like, oh, I don't like the Philippines, I'm going to move here. Or they move from one island to another island, and so people move a lot.
Yeah. So do you have friends that you hang out with in like weekly basis? Or?
Maya knows yes, because
I just want to ask that to share it to everyone.
yeah,
So that they will know who you hang out with. If it's like, for example, you said that it's your friends that you make is the people that you met on military, on high school, in your childhood friends. But I know you are hanging out with military guys also, so you share the same interests. You have the same humor and, army humors.
yeah. Well, we have I find that most of my friends typically were in the army, because I can relate and we have things to talk about, and so yeah, my two of my good friends that we meet every week for coffee, we're army, and so it's easier to relate, and I've known them now for a few years, and I prefer to keep I have learned my lesson, or we have learned our lesson too, but I prefer to keep my circle of friends small. Now I don't feel like having this huge circle of friends.
Why is that?
Well, one, I think it takes away from the closeness of relationships. It's hard to be really close friends with a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
And so I rather just have a few good friends.
Yeah.
People that I can trust and stuff, that I've earned my trust through the years. And of course, I also find that not only them being in the Army, but they're also in serious relationships, and I find I relate better. It's not really a great thing to be good friends with a bunch of single guys, right?
No.
And just like,
If you have, we need to get rid of them.
you guys are gone, sorry.
I think it's very important to have friends that shares the same interests as you, because if you don't have a friend that you share at least one interest, like for example, coffee, that's an interest. You share the same interests. You like to drink coffee. Doesn't mean that you share the same, sports or
Right.
line of work. As at least you share the same interests. Like for example, if you drink coffee and the other guy drinks only alcohol, he doesn't drink coffee, and you can really relate. Like
Yeah.
it's pointless to hang out with a drunk guy and you're like caffeinated, right?
Exactly. Also, when you get in a serious relationship, it's like you find you just can't relate to like single guys who are out at the bar every other night. You know what I mean? Looking to hook up with girls, and vice versa. I really don't want my hanging out with bunch of single girls who want to go party every weekend. I mean, we are. It's hard to relate to somebody who is not on this.
And I think that will create problems.
Yeah.
Because, example, if you have a single friend who talks a lot about their dating life, and I'm not saying that someone is capable of cheating, but it's inevitable that you will feel like jealous, or like it will bring you back to your single life feelings, because you will like envision yourself being on his or her
Her shoes.
under shoes.
Yep.
So I guess it's better if you have friends that are coupled.
Yeah, it is. It's just you relate more, especially like if you have a family. It's nice that if they have a family too.
Yeah.
It's just hard to relate to otherwise. But yeah, you definitely got to get some hobbies and stuff. Just going to a coffee shop to try to meet other foreigners. You can meet people you can chat with, but it's still hard to meet a good friend. When I first got here, I was working, and I met a couple of good friends that we would hang out sometimes. Actually, one was a co-worker, Japanese guy. We would go hang out every once in a while, and we were both co-workers. So when you don't have work and you're not going to school, it's harder to meet friends.
Yeah. So back in your home, do you still have like best friend, close friend that you keep in contact? Because I think even if you don't see each other, as long as you keep in touch, I think it still counts for you to not feel lonely. So do you still have people from the States who you talk to?
I had a best friend. We were best friends for, I think, like 25 years. And he died at the age of 50. I mean, healthy. He used to run marathons, and he wasn't a drinker. Had a massive heart attack in his kitchen. He didn't go to work that day, and the neighbors were suspicious. They saw his car there. They knew he went to work every day. And by that night, they had knocked on his door and opened the door, and there he was laying in the kitchen.
Oh my God.
Dead. So he was my best friend of 25 years, and the sad thing is that he was a single guy, but he had been chatting with a Filipina for 6 months, and they had started to get serious, and he had planned a trip out here to go meet her, and we were going to go scuba diving and all of that, and it just never happened. So it definitely that was a hard time, because he died, I think, in around September or October of 2018, and then my dad died 2 months later in December. So it was a rough period for me, for sure. But other than that, I have some military friends, some friends. I got a couple friends from high school still, but I wouldn't call us close friends anymore. I mean, too much time has just
Yes.
gone apart, and you just start to, you're friends, but you're not like you used to be, because you just don't.
That's why
Yeah.
I realized that it's very important to communicate,
Mm-hmm.
like make effort to communicate,
Yep.
like even if it's just a simple how are you,
Mhm.
just to like keep in touch and to remind that you're there for them, because time really makes you forget about what you have been with this person when you're these friends.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like in my friendship area, it's like I'm starting to lose it.
Like lose friendships or the closeness of your
Yes,
friendships. Right.
I think it's because I'm part of the problem, because I'm so lazy when it comes to responding. I have so much going on. Like
Yeah.
I'm very busy, and I just
And they're not.
don't prioritize it.
Yeah.
And
Well, I think that's
because you don't prioritize it, you don't communicate with your friends very well. So whenever you have like problem or you want someone to talk to,
Mhm.
you feel like shy to approach your friend because you know to yourself that you didn't make effort to even say hi or
Yeah.
So yeah, well, the takeaway from this video is that making friends is hard, especially if you were a foreigner. It's very hard to find someone who you share with the same interests.
It's just because you're from the same country, it doesn't mean
Yes.
you're like best friends.
Yes. The only way you could make friends here is if you go to places
Hmm.
where your interest is. Like, for example, if you like to drink coffee, you go to the coffee shop. And if you like to go drink a beer, then you go to the bar or something. I know a person also that he doesn't drink coffee.
Yeah.
He's alcoholic. And he goes to the coffee shop to make friends. So I don't know if that would work. Because,
You're drinking.
because there's lots of foreigners in the coffee shop. So he went there.
Yeah.
But he's not a coffee drinker. He's a alcohol drinker. So he early in the morning he would order shots, and while everyone is drinking coffee. So
Yeah.
go to the place where you will be accepted. That's for sure. There's bigger chances to make friends there.
Find a hobby.
Yeah, find a hobby. When you find a hobby, you'll find the people that you have the same interests. If you have, and there's a bigger chances that you will make friends. So yeah, that's it. And I hope you guys learned something about this video on how to make friends here in the Philippines. I don't know if we talked something very useful, but we're just sharing our thoughts on how to make friends here in the Philippines. So if you want to find a lady friend, I have my recommended dating sites in the description down below, so make sure to check it out. And if you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. It will really help my video if you do that. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click the notification button so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon. Paalam!